Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh, hey, look, it's R2-D2.
You suck.
You were pretty badass in X-Men Apocalypse. Oh, hey, look, it's Dark Helmet. Oh, hey, look, it's Hugh Jackman. Oh, hey, look, it's a Dalek. Exterminate! Exterminate!
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Marvel Legends figure. It's Weapon X, and this is a figure I have been dying for. It's been on my wish list for a while. I've got the old Toy Biz version. I know they did an older Marvel Legends version of this guy, but I've been waiting for the update, and it finally arrived at my local Walmart. They had almost every single figure in this wave except for the Beast, which is a bit unfortunate because he was in my top 3 to get. This guy was definitely number 1, and they only had one on the shelf, so I snapped him up instantly. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Weapon X in the packaging, and this guy is looking awesome. He's got interchangeable heads with the mask, and without the mask, he comes with a part for Caliban. He's got all of his little gadgets and gizmos hanging off of him, looking really cool. Top of the package has got the X logo down there, up there. It's got Weapon X on the side. We get some nice artwork in color on the side of the packaging, looking very, very cool. So just kind of a close-up. There he is, looking neat. I am digging him, Weapon X, and then here is the artwork, looking nice. Back of the packaging, we get the same artwork back here. There's a little write-up, all the other figures in the wave. The only one they didn't have was Beast, which is unfortunate. He's in my top 3 to pick up in this wave, and I'll probably get all of them, to be honest, because I love 5 out of 6 of these, or 6 out of 7 of these, I guess. I don't really care much for Skullbuster there, and I really don't care much for the Bath, so I don't know what I'll do with them. But I definitely want to pick the bulk of these up, so just kind of a close-up. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, that looks awesome. I love that artwork. Very cool. And then here are all the other figures in the wave to build Caliban. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Weapon X out of box and see what we think. So here we have Weapon X out of the packaging, and you know what, for the most part, I really do like this figure. He comes with a couple accessories. Of course, he comes with the leg piece for Caliban right here, which I don't really care for Caliban, but I do like the way this is put together. I like that pearlescent kind of shiny look. That's kind of cool. It's got a little twist up there, and then he's got a little ankle pivot right there, and then the ankle rocker pivot we love. So yeah, I will probably end up building this guy because, well, I want most of the figures in this set. And then Weapon X also comes with an alternate head, and this is terrible. I don't like this head sculpt at all, and the hair is just awful. I am not a fan of this one at all. I see where they were going with this, but it just didn't work for me. And I won't be displaying him at all on the shelf with that. He'll definitely be with the helmet here. Now, that being said, the figure itself, pretty decent. I like it. I like all the accessory bits around it. Articulation, his head does move back and forth. It goes down quite a bit, which is nice. It doesn't look very far up because of the hair in the back. There is an ab crunch that goes down about that far, and then it goes up really far, which is nice. And they got the hair painted right there, which is very cool, so there's no disruption there. Arms do go out. They are hampered a little bit by the cabling of the wires and such right there, so be aware of that. He does move up and down at the upper bicep. He has a double jointed, if I can get this thing into focus here. There we go. So he does have a twist at the upper bicep. Can't say that for some reason. A double jointed elbow, which is nice. The wrists do twist. They do move up and down. They are not hampered at all by the cuffs. He does have a twist at the waist. He kicks up, about that far. He kicks back about that far. He does kick out quite a bit, which is cool. There is, of course, a twist at the upper leg right there. He's got a double jointed knee, which is cool, right there. With his fuzzy little legs. And then there's no twist at the upper leg right there. And then his feet do move up and down. And he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. So interchanging the head on this figure is not difficult at all. I thought it was going to be honest. What you want to do is unhook this cable right here from the helmeted head, and then you're just going to pop it off like that. Comes off pretty well. And then the other head clamps on like that, and there we go. There is the other head of Wolverine, and I just don't care for it. I don't know, it looks like a werewolf or something. I'm just not a fan of this at all. It will definitely be using the other helmet for me on my shelf, because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this sculpt. I think it's all the hair, really. And the face, well, the face really doesn't do anything for me either. He's just kind of a butterface in this configuration. So taking a closer look at this figure itself, I adore the head sculpt on the helmeted version here. I love the red tracer being there across the eyes. That looks very much out of the comics. I like the design of the helmet. It's a little dark. I think it should be a little chromier, but is what it is. The tube that's coming out of the helmet is very cool. I like the sculpt work, the kind of translucent look to it, but I don't remember it being red like that from the comics. I remember it being multicolor. I love the hair coming out from underneath the helmet. Looks good. He's got the brown leather straps going over his shoulders. Very nice. Silver paint buckles. Everything here looks really, really good. He's got kind of some chest hairs painted on here. I think he should have a little bit more scruff on his chin, but that's a minor gripe. So taking a look at the unmasked version of Wolverine here, I'm not a real fan of this. I like how it's got some paint detail in the hair, but he just seems to have too much hair. And he did have a lot of hair in this version of Wolverine, but it just seems like an awful lot. I'm also not a fan of the face sculpt on here. I don't know, there's something about it I'm just not digging. The sculpt on the hair is nice. There's lots of hair everywhere. It's just, I don't know, it just seems too much. But maybe that's because I'm used to Wolverine with a little bit more of a haircut, I guess. But he's very Neanderthal looking here, which I guess isn't bad for a savage looking Wolverine. I'm just not a fan. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I'm really liking the sculpt and design here. He's got the hair painted on the arms and the chest. He's got all the gadgets hanging around on his belt with paint apps, which is nice. Looks like he's got like a calculator and an insulin pump or something. All the tubes look good. I like that. I like how they're going to the bracelets, the leather bracelets on his arms there, the straps holding him in, I guess. We get the tube on the back, which is very, very nice. He's got his little black shorts. Again, sculpt and detail all look really good. The big thing with me is that the wires, looking back, the wires were red and green. A little bit of paint could help this out, but it doesn't look bad at all. Of course, he's got his claws, and these are actually pretty straight compared to some of the Wolverine figures I've had in the past here that have been really kind of wonky. These, not so bad at all. And finally, looking at the legs of the figure here, again, nice paint on the legs. We get hair actually painted on the legs, which is nice. Now, my left leg has a bit of a QC issue with the upper thigh twist. It's just really gappy. It's not loose by any means. It's just gappy is the best way I could describe it. Doesn't hamper the figure. This guy stands really, really well. I love he's got all these little toes down there. I wish they would have put some hair on his feet, though. I think that would have been a little bit better. But overall, I think they did a good job. The fact that it stands so well and poses so well is nice, especially in a barefooted figure like this. Sometimes these are difficult to pose. For comparison, here we have Weapon X with Weapon X. Of course, we've got the new Marvel Legends version and the old school Toy Biz right here. And these things are so drastically different, but so similar. I do have to say I like both of these figures, but I definitely have to go with this one a little bit more. It's as far as accuracy to the comics go, I think it's really kind of a cross between the two. I think this helmet design is more accurate right here, but the color scheme is a little better here on this one. This one has green wires versus the red wires. Now, I will say I think this is an homage to the red version of this figure, because there was a variant of this where all this green was red and this blue visor was red as well. So I think that's where this color pattern comes from. If you actually look at the comics, it's a cross between the two. The wires that connect him are red and green. They're like combination wires. So I can't really give one versus the other the most accurate look. I think this kind of looks a little bit more accurate. He's got all the equipment hanging here, and so does this one. This one's a little more simplistic in the color scheme, but this one has a lot of diodes and parts all over him, which this one does not, which I've seen it drawn both ways. And he's got the red trunks versus the little black little Speedos, and I'm pretty sure that's the comic accurate shorts. This guy's been locked up in a mountain. He's obviously super pale, and this guy's all tan and hairy. So which one's better? I don't know. I may have to do a toy versus toy. If you would like to see that, leave a comment down below. But regardless, I am stoked to have both of these guys sitting up on my X-Men shelf. So is the Marvel Legends Weapon X something that you want in your X-Men collection? Well, I'm going to say yes. First of all, it's Weapon X. It's Wolverine. He's programmed to hunt and kill. This thing's awesome to begin with. I do not own the previous Marvel Legend version of this guy, but I definitely love the sculpt. I like more the modern Marvel Legend figures than I do most of the ones from the past, just because I think the sculpt designs have gotten better over the years. However, you know, having the old Toy Biz figure, there's draws to both of them, and I'm sure if I get the other older Marvel Legends Weapon X, I'll probably like traits of that one too. You know, I really do dig this. I hope we get a variant of this, kind of like what we did with the old Toy Biz. I'd like to see some green wiring in here with this guy. I'd like to see some more diodes and stuff. Maybe a Comic-Con variant or version of this would be kind of fun, or a GameStop version, because this is a really nice sculpt, and it's too good to leave by itself. So hopefully we see something more with it. I definitely like it. It does have a few flaws on it, but nothing I can't complain too much about. So there he is, Weapon X from Marvel Legends by Hasbro.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.